Hey everybody, Arlex here again, and today we are back with Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. I'll get back on there, here we go.
Alright.
Turn that down a smidge. I want to do it. Hold on, problems. Technical difficulties. I should get a little logo for that. I think I fixed it. Give me a second. Give me a long second. Dog, you're... I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. There we go. Can't wait to get the audio for the speakers fixed. I'm actually using a TV as a monitor, believe it or not. That's a decent one. Alright, let's get started here. Let's go back to speaking with Doll. Doll glances up as you approach. So, you have returned. Doll takes a rasping breath, then breaks into a violent coughing spell. After a moment, it subsides and he returns to his raspy breathing. Greetings again, Restless One. And I have some questions for you. Let's just go over everything. Why not? I love these guys. What is this place? You're in the mortuary, Restless One. Again, you have come. Before he can finish, he breaks into a... Before he can finish, he breaks into a fit of coughing. After a moment, he calms himself and his breathing resumes to his ragged wheeze. This is the waiting room for those about to depart the shadow of this life. Shadows of this life? Yes, a shadow. You see, Restless One, this life, it is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows, flickerings of what once was. This life is where we end up after we die. And here we remain, trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death. True death. True death is non-existence, a state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. Doll coughs and gives a ragged breath, a state of purity. Sounds like oblivion. Why would anyone want that? Is it worse than remaining in the shadow of what life once was? I think not. Tell me about the mortuary. Did I already read that? Okay, never mind. I thought I read this before, sorry. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. It is our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead, those who have left this shadow of life and walked the path to true death. Doll's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted a heavy toll if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. Dustmen. We dustmen are a faction, a gathering of those of us that recognize the illusion of this life. We await the next life to help the others on their journey. Let's try this. Perhaps you can explain why the dustmen want me dead. Doll sighs. It is said there are souls who can never attain the true death. Death has forsaken them, and their names shall never be penned in the dead book. To awake from death as you have done suggests as you are one of these souls. Your existence is unacceptable to our affection. Unacceptable? That doesn't sound like it leaves me in a good position. You must understand, your existence is a blasphemy to them. Many of our faction would order you cremated if they were aware of your affliction. You're a dustman, but you don't seem to be in favor of killing me. Why not? Because forcing our beliefs upon you is not just. You must give up this shadow of life on your own. Not because we force you to. The doll looks about to break into another coughing jag, but he manages to hold it in with some effort. As long as I remain at my post, I will protect your right to search for your own truth. What is your post? I am a scribe, a cataloger of all the shells that come to the mortuary. Doll coughs again, then takes a deep breath. As long as the stream of corpses flow through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. Let me see if there's anything else I can ask him. Can you tell me how to get out of here? Front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than dustmen pass. Doll breaks into a ragged cough, then continues. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. Let's see. You sound ill. Are you not well? I am close to the true death, Restless One. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary. I'm doing that today. And find the peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. Doll gives a ragged sigh. This plains hold no more wonders for one such as I. The eternal boundary. Boundary between the shadow of this life and the true death. Let me see if I can get the rest of that question there. Sound ill. Are you certain there might be some way I can help you? I do not wish to live forever, nor live again, Restless One. I could not bear it. Okay. So be it. Farewell, Doll. As you turn to leave, Doll speaks. Know this. I do not envy you, Restless One. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. Doll coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things flesh and bone. Then perhaps we will meet again, Doll. Moving on. Walking corpses, the number is 1094, carved to his forehead. Its mouth has been... You know, these, unless it's just something odd, I'll probably just skip these, save y'all time. Give me a second. Anything I can... Is there a... One thing I wish they had put in here was a button. A button. Good. Pausing point there, Arlex. Sorry. Brain's a little slow today. A button you can hold down that highlights like this, but highlights all the things that are highlightable. I've always loved that function. Ooh, receiving wrong logbook. This huge logbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight, crabbed script. All shells entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room and logged within the scribe on duty before being embalmed or cremated. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell, is one of the contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms. Contact the scribe on duty and notify him that... I'm sorry. What's wrong with me today? And notify him that a contracted shell is to be raised. Be certain that a shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search and strip a shell. The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or items stolen by collectors who have brought the shells to the mortuary. The shell's possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the logbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, you notice the last page has been cut out. Okay. So stuff like this. If you pay attention, you get rewarded. We'll find that last page at some point. Going the wrong way. Okay. Need to clean his stuff better. Alright, where do we go here? Yep, hold on. What are you? Now this is interesting. This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it is serving as a librarian, for it is carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. I'll examine the books. The book appears to be old mortuary ledgers. None of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it in there to hide it. Take the page. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook, like what I just got. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. Read through it. You take a moment to read through the page, the list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving rooms. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Note. To read notes, books, or scrolls, place them in your inventory, then right-click on them. Alright, let me see if there's anything more he can offer me. What if I examine again? And talking does nothing. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, this is the torn out page. This ragged book page looks like it was neatly cut out. Alright, starting over. This ragged page looks like it was cut neatly out of a book. It is written in a tight, crabbed script, yeah. 16537, fifth night, drunk, chest wound, cause of death, mauling / Abishai. Collector, pox. 3 commons paid, no possessions. 16538, 16,000, good grief. Fifth night, desiccated corpse, cause of death, indeterminable, age of shell, prevents identification, collector ferret, 3 commons paid, no possessions, stripped, knife marks evident from dissection. Another number, fifth night, scarred shell, cause of death, indeterminable, scars, do not appear to be cause of death, shock, trauma, collector, ferret, 3 commons paid, possessions logged. Fist irons, 13 commons, middle table, receiving room. Is that me? Age of shell prevents identification. Collector ferret. Possessions log knife. Marks evident from dissection. But the dissection was not thorough enough. Copper earring found lodged in abdomen. Earring has been locked in southeast preparation room. Have an initiate from the 3rd circle examine it. Has strange markings like those on contracted 79 worker. So if I find an earring, give me a second. Find a copper earring, I go to that worker. Cause of death, age of shell prevents identification, no possessions, none special. As with the previous entries, these shells Farad brought also show signs of having been prepared. I've asked that Initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Farad's gang. I've seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. 16542, Fifth Night Tiefling, male, cause of death, slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot. Ghoul claws. Farad, 3 commons paid, no possessions stripped, knife marks evident from dissection. Okay, so we got a little bit of information. The tiefling and probably any earrings I find in the future. Oh, now this is an interesting bit. Hold on. Evane. Don't know how to pronounce that. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck make her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. Give me a second. Let me be careful here. I said greetings. The woman makes no response. I think the dusty chit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we?
Updated my journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually because some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them addled in the head, and addled looking, too. Tap the woman to get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Greetings. She said, hold on. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting, as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You! She clasps her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Fine thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Abine. Go, go, go. Hey, my first quest. Sort of. Leave.
Updated my journal.
This is why it's good to save. Sometimes you may do the wrong thing with the wrong character, or you want to try new things. Little tiny stuff like this have more effect in this game than most games. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Looking for some thread and a needle. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between 2 slabs. The number 506 has been stitched on its forehead and the side of its neck and its right arm. In fact, the skin of this peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches, its skin looks like a bizarre street map. Examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms across its chest and up its neck, into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread stitching up the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. I do, a scalpel. There we go, experience. You slice the thread neatly with the scalpel and then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk-white skull, where to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Seems like you've got 2 different designations there, corpse. Didn't say anything. Probably something later. So, needle and thread. Now, is there anything else I can do? There's stuff like this. Hold on. I think this affects my alignment. This corpse, 985, is stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks as if it's some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. The corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Try and help the corpse balance. You reach out for the corpse's left arm to help steady it as you grab its arm. However, the corpse suddenly sways to the right, and you end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Chief, you might not want to... There's a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstones, and shatters like a rotten melon. Filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse. And even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gain upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It is snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that is spread through the rest of the body. Morbid. I wonder if I could make use of that arm. Left arm, 985. I now have an arm as a weapon. Did I mention I love this game? I'm not going to be using it because I'm a mage sort of character, but I am going to be keeping it. What's the speed? Let me see. Speed 1, 1 through 3. Why not? No, why not? Why not? You know, let's just go with this. For now. I like this. Alright, now we're about to get to what I told you. Now, in a lot of games, this would be a tutorial quest. And it kind of is. But it treats itself the same way it treats every other quest in the game. The more attention you pay, the more careful you are, the better results you will get. Watcher, study the motion of her hands.
Journal.
As you study the motion of Avine's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring, until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie... Oh no, I said that right. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. So, 42, I'll remember that. 79 and 42. Echo, keep these things safe and wait for my return. Those are what are called memories. As we witnessed earlier, he is an amnesiac. He doesn't remember anything. But obviously, so far, we see he's apparently been here before. That's all we got so far. As you move across, if you go across the game, if you say the right things, if you ask the right questions, if you talk to the right people, or talk to the right people at the right time, or use the right items, and we'll get more into that, the game will expose it by itself, you will come across these memories, which give you experience, and dialogue and lore. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides. As it does, the vision fades, until you are watching Avine's hands making their stitching motions once more. Ah! Memories can give you additional skill points, skills, and may even lead you to gaining something else of value later on. Forgot about the skills part. Now tap her. He turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. Alright. She collects her taloned fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her hands. Fine thread and embalming fluid. Bring here. To Avine. Go, go, go. Oh! Sorry, I forgot the embalming fluid. Give me a second. More bandages. Probably farther down. Okay. We'll probably be getting back to her pretty shortly. If I remember correctly, you're interesting. The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved to his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. So, seen anything interesting? As you address the zombie, it blinks in surprise. Eh, what? Why are you disguised as a
Updated my
corpse?
journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half-frightened, half-angry, "Who you? What you want?" Alright, give me a second. Yeah, let's lie. Why? I was looking for you. Looking for me? Why? He squints at you. You got message for me. I don't know. Yes, I have a message for you. I have new orders. Tell me your mission. Me spy on Dusties. See what I see. Nothing more. What have you seen the Dusties do? Nothing. They do nothing. Can't find nothing. Dead, dead, just dead people. Dusties do nothing. Eyes narrow on conviction. Still I watch. You know someone named Farid? Farid? The zombie frowns briefly in thought. Me, here he live in hive somewhere. He shakes his head. Not nowhere. Dusty's very mad. They not like Farid. Hive? Slums outside this place. Why don't the dustmen like Farid?
Updated my journal.
He's a collector. Brings debtors to the mortuary. Sells them to Dustman, brings lots of debtors. Dusty's not know where he gets debtors, thinks he put in Burke's in dead book. Oh, what? He's saying this, Mort, he's saying this Farad Burke has been selling a lot of debtors' corpses to the Dustman. That's what collectors do. They gather dead bodies and sell them to the Dustman. Sounds like this Farad has been selling so many debtors that Dusty thinks he's been putting hivers in the dead book before their hour's up. You know, killing people. This Farad sounds like the saint. I see there were some questions I wanted to know. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen it? Something else I wanted to know. Tell me anything about Doll. The Grive. Oh, it's old, yellow. Okay, give me a second. How'd you get to look like that? Me good at disguise. Me also good got scars. Me worked lots of embalming fluid. Me make good zombies. The zombie giggles through stitched lips. Then taps and says, Dusty's stupid. Yeah, they're the stupid ones, alright. Sarcasm is evidently lost on the zombie who nods eagerly. Stupid Dusties. Me make good zombie. Doesn't that hurt? He looks at your scars. I ask you same question. Me, it not hurt much. Claps his chest. Me tough. Alright. What are you doing here? Hold on. How can I escape from here? The zombie grunts. You can't escape through portals. He waves his hand. Oof. Portals? What portals? Portals. The zombie waves around the area. Portals everywhere. Can you show me one of these portals? The zombie nods. You want out? Go to Arch on first floor, northwest room. You need finger bone, shaped with crook. He holds up his index finger and bends it into a crook. When you have key, go to Arch, jump to secret crypt, then escape from there. Secret escape route, he nods eagerly. You can rest there. Crooked finger bone, where am I going to find my journal? It must be around here somewhere. Look in storage rooms on upper floor. Very well, I'll go check upstairs for this crooked finger bone, then head west to the first floor to one of the arches in the northwest. Got it. Alright. I think this is where the embalming fluid is. Yes. Double yes. Ah, it's locked. Anything else? Anything down here? Yep. What you're going to learn shortly is basically in this game, to every single thing that you have to do, there is almost always another option, another way of doing it, or you possibly even skipping it. Go back to her. Now I've got her stuff.
Updated my journal.
Without his missing a beat, Avine snaps a thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. Within minutes, she is finished. She clicks her talons and turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons across your arms and along your arms and chest. Now this is where you get a choice. Unless you save beforehand, you only get to do this once. Sometimes you're not going to want to... Sometimes things like this, more often than not, can end up in instant death. Permanent -1 constitution. Other times... Well, we're about to find out. Keep playing zombie. Looks like you have a new friend there, Chief. You two need some time together, or... Just keep playing zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Right on you. Irish do that? No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs and pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape, many scars, no preserves. Wait. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought her, and lightning-like, she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Let her work.
Updated my journal.
The sensation... Max HP increased permanently. Not much. That's why it's a tutorial quest, but still, something. When she is done, she's... Alright, the sensation is curiously painless as Avine begins to stitch up your scars. When she is done, she sniffs you, frowns, and stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. Let her work. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. What was the first? Avine puts the last touches on your body, giving you another stiff nod. Another sniff, nods, and makes a shooing motion with her talons. Done. Go. Go. Leave. Is there any more with her? No. All done. We got time for a little more. We're looking for Zombie 42 and Zombie 79. And I need to come back to that later with some sort of key.
All right.
Hey, storage area. Charcoal charm. Yeah, let's see what this does. This piece of charcoal is a charred bone, fragment of some creature, perhaps a finger bone or talon. Various symbols have been scratched. Various symbols have been scratched onto its surface. The scratchings are so faint you almost miss them. This charcoal charm temporarily protects the user against flames and extreme heat. To use the charm, the charred bone is snapped and both halves are ground to powder. Then the charcoal dust is rubbed over the heart of the user. So plus 50% resistance to fire and plus 25 resistance to magical fire. Yes, there is a difference in this game. What does this do? Ah. Plus 1 to armor class and plus 2 to 8 to hit points. Okay. Keeping you. Alright, here's where I see if I'm okay with charisma. Yes, we have skeleton markers. I'm holding. The Dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? Yes. I'll summon a guard to direct you out. Snap his neck. Leave quickly. Wait. Yeah, hold on. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm saying. One little choice and you are up a creek. That's my first. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Third floor. If I pay attention to the time.
Done.
Now, if I remember correctly. No, I'm not lost. There we go. You're not lost. What's your business here? Here to see someone. And let's go with the Don. Does he still work here, or in case you're not familiar with the check with one of the guides at the front gate? There may be a direct you better than I. Dustman nods and returns to his duties. And there you go. I'm good. Yes, I love lying. Does this hurt? I've forgotten. Air roaring from the mouth of this immense furnace is incredibly hot. Walking with a few steps past the archway would certainly cause your hair and flesh to burst into flame. Aww. I wanted to just suddenly burst into flames. Oh well. Skeleton number 748. Well, according to the number chiseled on its brows, is odd only in that some of its teeth appear to be false ones made of reddish-brown stone. They're clearly not valuable, however, as its caretakers would have otherwise removed them. Examine the skeleton carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of this skeleton with leather straps, woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. Straps are secured to metal bolts punched into the skeleton's joints. This skeleton looks like it has seen a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped, and its numerous fractures are bound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. Leave it in peace. Mort. Wonder if this Greybeard would mind if I borrow this body. Greybeard. Greybeard, you know, geezer, old fella, yellow dog. Old. I don't think he's in any position to object. Why not take his body? Mort studies the skeleton for a moment, then shakes his head. Nah, need a fresher one than this, and something with a little more dignity. This one's all cracky and fractured. And you're not? Oh, you're a sack full of laughs, Mort glares at you. Besides, you're one to talk. Perk. Mirrors beg for mercy when you're around. Oh yeah, at least I have all my parts. Mort snorts. You're not quite sure how he managed it without lungs. Let me tell you, Mort, there's nothing more satisfying than walking around, swinging your arms, breathing the crisp air through the lungs. It's great to have a body. I'll have you know that helping you escape the preparation room has now been added to my growing list of regrets. Mort snorts again. I shall let you rot. Some more, that is. Glad you feel that way. Let's go. And you know what? That is all for today, for now. Yeah, today's good. This is a good pause point. With that said, hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm enjoying myself. As I said, one of my favorite games. A bit more wordy. I might cut through, edit some out later on in future videos, but still. Thank you for watching. My name has been Rlex once again. Please like, comment, subscribe, and continue watching with me. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.